technical and graphical level, I think our team has very, very talented people already, trained by making the Killzone games. But on storytelling side, I think we were very far behind.
Well, for us during Horizon has definitely been new territory.
There's a much higher level of narrative and a focus on storytelling in this game that wasn't present. And so Guerrilla needed to have some different capabilities, different skill sets.
なんで仲間外れなの？私のお母さんは誰？
The main pillars of this world were already there. We had the lush, verdant nature. We had these mechanical beasts that are like robotic dinosaurs, and also human beings who were living in this kind of more primitive or tribal state. And at that point, how exactly those elements had come to exist in this world together hadn't really been worked out.
For this game, we really said the story is one of the core pillars of the game. It's one of the most important bits. We need to get some external people, but have them work here on site and make a writer's team.
We brought in a lot of quest designers, a lot of talent that worked on open world games before, and of course our narrative director, John Gonzalez.
The philosophies of those new designers and those new engineers basically that came from different companies have sort of basically has gotten into the way we think about making games.
We were able to really focus on the narrative of the game and really make sure that it's something that's really integral part of your gameplay experience.
When I arrived, John and his team had written the overarching narrative for the game and had an understanding where the story was going to go, but it was written as a story, not as a series of quests. And so the quest team had the opportunity to work with the writers to break that story apart into smaller chunks, figure out where the gameplay would be, where the cutscenes would be, how it would all fit together.
Hired people for basically that have done these things before, that have written stories in open world games, that have scripted adventures in open world games, and all of that experience combined basically has allowed us to sort of grow as a company.
照合しました。
この身を滅ぼされようと必ず見届ける。
People who are more mechanically focused can make suggestions for all sorts of ways to realize a concept that as writers we weren't thinking of. The same thing can be said of collaboration with art, other disciplines. Everybody who's working on a game is, to a certain degree, a storyteller. They're at least involved in realizing that story as vividly as possible.
Guerrilla culture really hasn't changed that much over the years. It's a very ambitious culture. It's a fearless culture. We want to pursue the kind of games that we want to make, and I think quality is always key. The people that we bring in are very passionate, very quality-led, and that goes for the old crew as well as for the new hires.
PlayStation